So in case you didn't know, Squad Boss is back again, and previously I would say the Red Squad Boss used to be the easiest to beat because we had Julius and we had Lotus and we could just keep the Red Squad Boss from doing anything. Well, now I would say the Green Squad Boss is probably the easiest to beat with the introduction of Black Asta. So really with the Green Squad Boss on Nightmare difficulty, you can run a whole slew of teams. This is the team I'm going to be running in particular. So the idea is that I'm going to be able to defense down the Squad Boss. I'm going to be able to buff Asta, and then I'm also going to be able to put him into anti-magic immediately. Now, my anti-magic attack with Asta will not one-shot because I don't actually have his gear transcended to where I would want it to be just yet. He's at 72,000 total CC, and his defense is pretty good, but ideally you have his defense a little bit higher, you have his CC a little bit higher, and then you'll actually be able to one-shot this boss with like maybe 80,000 total CC Asta. But I mean, I get pretty close, so I'll show you guys my strategy here and how I beat this, boss pretty consistently, pretty easily, and hopefully you guys can take and use this strategy as long as you have Black Asta. That is literally the only character I would say in this entire run that is necessary. You could use plenty of other characters as opposed to these characters here. Witch Queen just makes it go a little bit quicker, obviously, because you can get anti-magic immediately. With all that said, let's hop in. I am so happy with the addition of Black Asta because this has just made so much content easier. Hall of Illusions I was able to clear all the way up to stage 100. Squad Boss obviously now much easier, and then same thing with the Hall of Illusions limited challenge stage. Actually, he carried, if you haven't watched my guide yet, he carried me through all 5 stages. So we're gonna go ahead and we are going to give defense up to everybody. And now, yep, that's fine. And the reason Asta was able to go first is because he did a mobility debuff on everyone else, so keep that in mind. We'll go ahead and do defense down and put the mark on him as well. And then we're going to go ahead and increase Asta's attack. You could do this and increase his attack, or you could do the crit rate up with him. It just kind of depends on what you're going for. Now I'm going to go ahead and put him into anti-magic. Alright, so Asta has anti-magic now, and he also has immortality because we're running an all-red team, so if Asta does somehow get close to death, keep in mind that's a really nice bonus of running all red characters. Now we're going to go ahead and we are going to ult. He does still have the mark on him, but I don't think he has the defense down anymore, actually. So if we were able to be a little bit faster, Black Asta would be better, but it's okay. And oh, we actually did one-shot him. We hit a crit. So if you don't hit the crit, though, it doesn't go quite that well. So there you go. I was able to one-shot him with this character. That's actually the first time I've ever one-shot. So I'll do this again, and I'll show you guys what it normally looks like. All right, so hopefully this time we don't one-shot. I mean, like, I'm okay with one-shotting, but that's honestly not normally how it goes. That was just because I hit a crit. And so, I mean, you could go for the crit with Sally and just buff his crit and maybe just try to go for the one-shot every time, but it typically does not happen like that, trust me. All right, so we'll go ahead and give defense up to everybody. We're good on that. Now we're going to go ahead and just do the same thing. So we're going to go ahead and apply the mark and the reduced defense, reduce crit resist as well. We're going to do this to increase Asta's attack. And then we are going to go ahead and do this to put him into anti-magic. And he's going to get rid of the defense down and stuff right here, like it just is what it is. Witch Queen actually taunted. Interesting. Alright, and so now all he has left on him is the mark. The mark is still good though, because it grants an extra turn if he's defeated. And then also because of Charlotte's passive, it does like extra damage. I forget what it is exactly, how much damage, but her passive allows more damage when the mark is applied. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and we are going to ult. Oh my gosh, and we one-shot again. My Asta's going too crazy. Alright, let's try it one more time. One more time. Hopefully it'll go all right. So the goal here is just to get Asta down into anti-magic, and we are going to apply all the defense down and stuff like that. We're going to apply the buffs with Sally. We're going to nuke him, and then everybody will die. Asta will be the last one left. He'll get into anti-magic a second time, and then we'll just finish it up, right? So that's kind of the goal here. You'll see what I mean as we go. So there we go. Give him some extra attack. You could give him crit rate too, Sally's skill too, if you chose to. It just kind of depends on what you're going for. Put Asta into anti-magic right here. He should go before the boss because of his speed. And now we go ahead and we nuke. We aim for around 500,000 damage without a crit. With a crit, it could be a little bit higher. 462,000, not terrible. Not the greatest, but I'll take it. All right, everybody's still alive at this point. He'll attack someone, probably kill Sally, I think. Oh no, he killed Witch Queen. Okay, not a big deal. That actually just gives us a chance to extend buffs with Sally, so I'll take it. That's not the worst thing. Alright, and let's extend those buffs with Sally. Gives him extended crit rate and attack and stuff like that, so it's not the worst thing. Let's go ahead and use skill 1 here, 31,000. I don't want to give him too much defense just yet, because then it'll just take forever for him to get low enough to actually be able to use his anti-magic again. Alright, there we go. Now we got him a little bit lower. This boss can ult, and he can one-shot Asta, so keep that in mind if you don't give him the increased defense. So you don't want to not increase defense right when that blue bar gets full. You actually kind of want... I'm going to do it now. But you kind of want increased defense from when this guy ults, because he'll probably ult Asta. If he ults the others, or they're still alive, like that's fine. Not a big deal, because then obviously Asta's still alive. But from this point, it's literally just, you can whittle him down without ever going into anti-magic again. Or there's the ult, he survived, obviously. Or you can wait to get into anti-magic again, and when you get into anti-magic again, obviously it's going to allow you to do some one hit and finish it up. Alright, so hopefully he puts us into anti-magic right here. Not quite. We're really, really close, though. Go ahead and do the defense down. Reduce defense. And right here, anti-magic. Perfect. That is exactly what we wanted, and now we just finished it up. I could use skill 1 and still kill him, but yep. And that is the whole strategy to the Nightmare boss right there. As you can see, Nightmare difficulty cleared, 30 raid medals. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. And if you struggled with this before, like I know it was a struggle before Black Asta came out, maybe you haven't thought like, oh, I can do this so much easier now with Black Asta. Well, there you go. Now you don't have to run the Julia strat anymore. You can if you want. I would say the Julia strat with Lotus on the red squad boss is probably equally as easy. So it's either this one or the other one. And yeah, hopefully this helps you guys out. If you guys did enjoy the video, please consider going down there, hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, and thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.